Today I want to show you how I've been documenting my life on a daily basis over the last years and how you can do it too. I learned so far that it comes down to a couple of things. First of all, choosing the right camera. And when I say choosing the right camera, I don't mean having the newest camera with the best specs on the market. I think it comes down to the camera that fits best to you. And what I learned so far is that you have to make it as easy as possible for you. So when it comes down to cameras, there are two different cameras that I like to choose. First of all is the Leica Q. It's a very well-built camera which produces amazing photos, but much more important, this camera is not so big. So it's much easier for me to take it with me whenever I go out, whenever I meet friends or family, compared to my big camera over here. And the second thing is that people actually like it to be photographed with it. This doesn't seem like a big thing, but believe me, if you want to take photos of authentic moments of your friends or of your family, it's much easier to do this if people feel comfortable to being photographed. And the second camera that I like to use on a daily basis to document is my phone. And I know this sounds super cheesy and you may have heard it. The best camera is the camera that you always have with you, but honestly, it's true. These cameras nowadays are so good that you can record videos with it, that you can take photos in amazing quality, and that you can also print your pictures. Printing photos. I think the problem nowadays is that we have too many photos, and most of the times they get somewhere lost on our smartphones or on our hard drives. So I started to print out photos whenever I have a reason for it. For example, whenever I travel, I like to print out at least one photo and put it into my travel book. And the third way how I like to document is by taking 1 second of video every day each year. And by the end of the year, you have 365 seconds of videos of your highlights of every day. I think it's a cool and easy way to remember your years. I want to add some additional tips when it comes down to documenting. First of all, I think it's important to delete your photos or archive them properly. Nowadays it's so easy that we have tons of photos. That's why I think it's so important that we delete them and sort them out. For example, whenever I travel, I like to keep only 99 photos, kind of a best of my travel. And whenever I meet people or it's an event, a party, I like to keep only 1 or 2 photos of every event. So just to have like a best of and get rid of all of the other photos. The second thing that I learned over the last years is forcing to document. Whenever I'm on a journey, whenever I meet new people, I had to force myself to ask other people for taking a group pictures or taking a group selfie maybe. Just because maybe in this situation people are like, why do you need to take a photo now? But what I learned so far is that after a couple of days, people are super happy, and I'm super happy as well, when I have this certain moment preserved. And sometimes you have to force yourself for that, but I learned so far that it really pays off. And the third tip maybe seems a little bit obvious, but it's probably one of the most important ones. Backupping footage. We have so many photos, we have so many videos on our phones, on our hard drive, that I think it's one of the most important things to preserve them in case your phone dies or your computer dies. And when it comes down to backupping, I like for my phone using iCloud, but you can also use, I guess, Google Drive. And for my hard drives, I like to have all of my data twice on each hard drives, because I just think if the phone dies, if your computer dies, it's not about the phone or the computer, it's much more about the data that you would lose. But I guess what's most important, that you have fun and that you enjoy the whole process. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and I see you in the next one.